Are you nice to yourself? And does that strike you as a weird question for me to be asking? Well, hang in here with me for a few minutes and I'll tell you why it's such an important question. I'm Geoff Laughton, your relationshiparchitect.com. So, the thing that I see that I wanted to talk about briefly today is that people seem to have a lot of expectations in their relationship, for their relationship, with their partner, from their partner. And of course, someone like me, when people come to me to get help to make their relationship better, decide if they want to stay in their relationship or not, well, one of the first things that always emerges is how one partner or the other is pissed off and disappointed. So that always means that there's something that they want or need from the partner that they're not getting, but they're not looking at how much of it they're giving themselves, right? So the thing I want to mention today is that if you feel in particular like your partner is being not nice, cold, maybe even just being bitchy or just kind of a schmuck, that's a technical term, then one of the things that you've got to start with to change that is not about changing the other person first, if at all. Hardly ever at all is it really about changing the other person. What it really is about is looking at how are you treating yourself? How are you growing yourself? If you're not growing yourself, then parts of your ego are going to be sucking on the relationship and your partner to try and make you feel good, to make you feel better, to make you feel happier. But if you're not feeling good, better, or happy, then there is something that is off in here with you. And one of the things I've learned in my own life over many years of looking, but it's kind of come freshly lately, is how hard I am on myself, how hard most of us are on ourselves. And we don't want to really face that. Most of the time, I don't even know that we really see it. It took me a long time to get that I can really be brutal with myself because it's just been the way I've been used to relating to myself since I was about 15. So the real beginning of healing and reinventing your relationship is always going to include reinventing, healing your relationship with yourself, which means you have to get in relationship with yourself. You have to know who you really are versus who you've been thinking you are, how you've been identifying yourself as your habits. Time to stop. So look and see. Here's a practical tip. Watch yourself for a day. And at the end of your work day or the end of your day before you're going to kind of move into family time, take a look back at your day and how many times were you kind, compassionate, or nice to yourself? Some people, if you have the time to really, oh, there's one, and write it down, okay, great, or type it in your phone. But just to have an overall sense of, I spent more time being nice to other people, and I kept criticizing myself all day, judging myself all day. Well, if you do that all day, and then you go home to your partner, to your kids, do you think you're bringing your best home with you? Hell no. So if you find that you've been doing that before you walk in the door to be with your partner and or kids, if you have them, Think of one thing that you can really appreciate that you did, a win you had during the day. Somebody complimented you and you might not have really let it in, but you remember the compliment. Well, what if I let it in? Right now, what if I let it in? Pre-set yourself up to be in a more loving frame of mind before you get to be with the people in your family. That's my tip for today. I'll be back in a couple days with more. And please feel free to go to my YouTube channel, Your Relationship Architect. Lots of videos on there full of great content, if I say so myself, and I apparently am. And look forward to being back shortly. Have a great rest of your day or evening, and whatever you do, please go love yourself fiercely. Take care, everybody.